Welcome, everyone. It's your girl, Joy. Welcome to another episode of Living. And this is episode 39. And this is our year in review. I am so excited about our year in review today. You know, this year, again, we brought you some amazing episodes and events. And today, we are going to take a look back at our episodes and our events. So let's just have some fun as we walk through our year in review. All right, grab yourself some coffee, tea, or your favorite beverage, and I'll be right back.
Thank you for tuning in today. Our mission is to equip and empower you to dig in and soar higher, doing the things that you love. This podcast is where you'll hear leading experts from around the globe figuring out what you could be doing to tackle your greatest business challenges. So get ready to hear from some of the brightest minds and boldest thinkers on how they're taking on these problems and how you could too. Now here's your host.
So welcome back. So most of you know me, but for those of you who do not know me, my name is Joy Norman, and I'm an empowerment and success coach, and I am blessed to help success-driven women entrepreneurs get past their fear and procrastination, move forward, take action, and build a profitable and sustainable business without wasting time on strategies that just don't work, even if you have been trying to grow your business for years and you haven't seen much fruit. Working your business can be tough and overwhelming, and it's just easy to get lost in a busy life. And so we want to inspire you and support your growth. So, are you ready for our year in review? I'm excited to take a look back at our episodes, events, and lessons learned from this year. There were so many episodes and there were so many great moments we shared during the year. So we kicked off the year in January with episode 28. It all starts with a breath, featuring Joanne Moore. So Joanne is a coach and consultant who discovered the power of breath work to alleviate and get rid of panic attacks and anxiety. And the focus and clarity that comes from her unique combination of breath play, mindfulness, and meditation is life-changing. Joanne shows you a different way to empower yourself, doing something that you naturally do every day. And in this episode, Joanne and I discussed the purpose of mindful breathing. And here's a short clip.
I'm calling it breath play now, actually, instead of breath work, because I find that too many people are tired of working. And well, it's one of those things, you know, when you speak to people, they have to work for a living, they have to work with their kids, they have to work with their family, they have to work for this, they have to work for that, they got to work for that. So when you mention breath work, they're like, oh, more I don't want to do this.
Yes, yes.
And then, right? And
Yes.
so, and then you bring in mindfulness, and they're like, nope, been there, done that, don't want to do that. And I'm like, no. We're talking a different routine. The way I show people how to create mindfulness in their life, it's an entirely different concept than everything you've ever seen. And when you put the two of them together, it brings in such a sense of calm. I started playing with my breath instead of working with my breath.
Oh.
So do you remember all the things you used to do when you were a kid? all the noises you used to make. You're outside, you're playing around, you're moving your car, you're moving your stuffed animal, you're doing whatever you're doing in the sand, you're making a thing, and you're like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Guess what I started doing? Started bringing back the play into the breath.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there pouring a cup of coffee, and I'm totally engrossed in pouring this cup of coffee. I've got my big old pot, and I've got the cup on the counter, and I just take the pot and I'm like, and I'm pouring the coffee, and I'm feeling much more centered. My customers are having a giggle because they can hear me making funny noises, right? But it's bringing me back down to center, which is where your calm is naturally, right here.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy talking to Joanne. You know, mindfulness is all about being present in the moment and being aware of how your mind and your body feels and acknowledging your thoughts without judgment. So, also, we talked about vision boards. What is it? Why you need one? How to create one? So, let's take a look at this. So, making a vision board is just a wonderful way to bring clarity to that general desire and turn it into an achievable goal. So, why do you need a vision board? So, a vision board can help you get unstuck, it can help you focus, it can also help you stop questioning yourself and get started. And so it can also help you narrow down ideas and it can help you prioritize your tasks. And so visualization is one of the most popular and effective mind workouts that you can do. And so when you see something that inspires you on a daily basis, you stay on track, right? And even when you face setbacks, that vision board will still be there and is ready to motivate you all over again. And so you want to take some time to think about what your goals are and why you want to achieve them and how you feel when you do. And so you want to consider each of these areas when you are creating your vision board. So how do you create a vision board? So you want to look for images, you want to look for words and ideas that you're drawn to that represent a specific life goal. And you want to think about how do they make you feel? You don't want the image to just look nice. It needs to make you feel something too. And it should appeal to you and affirm your intentions. Once you've completed your vision board, what happens next? What do? Don't forget to put your vision board somewhere where you will see it every day to remind you, inspire you, and keep you focused on your goals. All right, next was episode 29, Boldly Own It, featuring our Sister Talks panel with Connie Donnelly Torres, Rosalind Crawford, Yvonne Wellen, and Vicki Mack Williams. So in this episode, the ladies and I discuss what must-haves do you need to unleash your inner bold, no matter what age you are. Are you taking risks? And if so, what are some risks you have taken lately? And I loved our note to self discussion. We each answered the question, how bold are you? Here's a short clip. It is time for note to self. Note to self. All right, so our note to self tonight is I'm not growing older, I'm growing bolder.
Woo!
How bold are you?
I think I'm pretty bold, man. I'm just going for it because I'm realizing I've done whatever all these years. And now, like we've said tonight, man, I'm going after what I feel God's telling me to do. And I'm just going to go for it.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I love it.
I don't know how bold I am, but I'm trying. I'm working on this. This is something to learn how to be bold. Yeah, that is a new one for me.
and it's in more ways than one. It's not just in my personal life or any new endeavors, but just also in my walk with the Lord too, is to be bold in that too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yep. So.
Me too. I've not been bold. But as I am getting older, I am getting bolder and realizing that that's what I need to do. And it feels good.
Yes.
It feels good to say that I'm a Christian and I'm a believer. It feels good to say, hey, you know, I have a business and I want your business. I want to write your book, or I want to publish your work, or, you know, and it feels good to say, this is me. I'm not perfect, but here I am.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I was just thinking of that because it's really even not about us so much, except that we do have some things in the back of our head, some things in our heart that we haven't told anybody about. And God, like you said, I'm growing bolder each day. I don't feel bold, but I'm growing bolder. I'm getting better each day, and I'm settled in it. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm settled in what it is I know God has called me to do. I'm settled in it. I'm marinated in it. I'm reading. I'm trying to educate myself, embrace those things, encourage my own self in the Lord, because sometimes we don't get encouragement from outside, but doing it day by day and get it accomplished. And so it's a day by day proposition. Ladies, I have so enjoyed all of you. All of your beautiful ladies. You don't know how much you encouraged my heart tonight. You know, we sit over here at your addresses, kind of shut off from the world, doing work and taking care of people. But to be encouraged by you ladies has been a special blessing for me tonight. And I just needed to tell you that and to let you know I love you so much for being the woman you are.
Same to you.
Oh, yeah. Same to you. Thank you. This has been wonderful.
Awesome Valentine's Day, ladies. I'm telling you.
Yes,
I agree.
It has been.
Right.
Thank you, ladies.
Okay.
I bet
All
you
right.
guys love
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Have a good night.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye.
All right, yo, yeah, baby.
I love sister talks. The ladies are so sweet. Next was episode 30, Why Visual Marketing Matters, featuring Kim Oliver. Kim is an award-winning professional photographer, and she assists professionals with their headshots and with their business photography needs. And I really enjoyed my chat with Kim. Take a look at this clip.
If you want to look good, then make sure that your imagery represents that. Make sure that you have nice headshots. Make sure that you have good photographs of your products and services.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, not everybody likes photographs. Some people want a video. Some people want it, they feel like it's more real.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to really kind of play on what people are looking at. You know, some people want video, some people want pictures, some people want a tour that they can guide themselves, not have the video portion of it. They want to like tap on it and go room to room, right? So it's the same thing with a business. Make sure that when you're doing your visual marketing, make sure that you have a menu for everybody. You have something on that menu for everyone. So like some people still like cardboard business cards. Other people want it to be an electronic business card that they just text you. Right. So make sure that when you're thinking through the process of visual marketing, that you're doing something for everybody. Yeah. Because there's still a lot of people that want paper.
Yeah. Wow. That's true. Yeah. Some of us are still old school.
Some of us are still old school.
Thank you so much, Kim. I enjoyed talking to you. All right. Don't forget when you're doing your visual marketing that you have something on the menu for everyone. Also in March, I was blessed to host the Fired Up, Focus, and Fearless Summit series on how to get out of your comfort zone, own your fear, and stop Playing Small, which featured 14 top leading influencers. Here's a quick look at our featured speakers. Karen Shire, Carla R. Cannon Lawrence, Carrie Wooden.
It is important to prioritize yourself, and it doesn't have to even be something big. It could be something small. What's something that you love doing? Giving yourself 5 minutes, longer in the shower, going for the walk, prioritizing yourself is one of the first steps.
Michelle Calloway, Connie Tress-Eder, Jennifer Zins Olsen, Tina Kapkalia.
The importance is it's being heard and being seen and not coming second best. That I'm stepping out. I said, I am embodied. I am a feminine leader. I like wearing whatever I want to do. It's not necessarily dictated by society. And we really step out with such power and exerting ourselves with our family, with our relationship, with our kids. It doesn't always have to be from a point of seeking validation. If you're okay with who you are inside, it brings out a completely different level of aura when we step out. And
Carissa Atkins, Joanne Moore, Andrea Amaifadon.
A lot of times as women, a lot of women are the head of their household. A lot of women are, moms, they're career women, business women. And a lot of times we may have heard from, let's say, our mothers and grandmothers and great grandmothers, you still got to push through. No one's coming to save you. But that's not a good, healthy coping mechanism, right? We all deserve rest, and rest shouldn't be luxury. It shouldn't be a luxurious thing to rest. We should rest when our bodies are like, look, you tired, sis. Go sit down.
We also have Siobhan Johnson, Mita Vicky Wise.
And so first of all, you have to have that looking at yourself. Where am I? Is that me? Am I just trying to have it perfect? And what do I need to take those steps forward? Because sometimes, I talk about people as looking at the big dream and visualizing the big dream, but sometimes people just want to know the very next little step, right, to get them through. And I'm often like that. I'm sort of, some people can take big leaps, but some people just need little steps. What is my next little step,
And Ray Ireland. Awesome job, ladies. Thank you so much for being part of this summit. Woo, this was 5 straight days of cutting edge strategies and inside access. And the content in this summit is so valuable. And you can still grab your all access pass. Just go to our website, becomingfierceentrepreneurs.com, and click on the summits page. In April, we did episode 31, the best of our empowering and soaring moments, where I looked back at some of our most memorable, empowering, and soaring moments captured. And these were moments that you liked, you shared, and you commented on it. We've had some fun moments on Mondays. Here's a short clip on how I relax and de-stress. Take a look at this. And then sometimes when I'm writing and reflecting, I get so tickled, and there you go. my mood is improved already because I'm thinking happy thoughts. For me, it's my personal relaxation time. It's a time when I can just be stressed and wind down. I usually try to find a place to relax and a place that's soothing. And then I'll grab me a cup of tea and I just look forward to my journaling time. And just know that you're doing something good for your mind, for your body. So you can join us on Empowering and Soaring Moments. Just grab your journal or a sheet of paper and watch on Mondays. So in May, the Sister Talks ladies was back for episode 32, A Mother's Heart, Vision, Values, and Special Bond, which featured LaToy, Connie, Vicky, and Yvonne. And this was our Mother's Day edition. And in this episode, the ladies and I enjoyed an inspirational discussion and tribute to mothers. And we started with a game entitled Mama Said. Let's take a look. So share with us two of the things that your mama said.
Mama always said, mind your manners. Manners are important. And of course, be home by the time the street lights come on.
I like that.
I was blessed with two mamas. So my mom, before she passed away, she would tell me, you be good, you be a good girl. And then my second mama, I was very active and she would be like, would you just be still?
We've heard that one, yeah.
My mama always said to say please and thank you, and that those would take me a long, long way in life. And she also told me to trust God always.
What about LaToy? What did your mama say?
Oh, let's see. A lot. No, try your best. And yeah, I would say mostly just try your best.
And mine are bloom where you're planted. And she would always say, you can't control where you land, but you can control how hard you try and where you're planted. So that's one. And then trust in your season. That was one. Find peace where God is using you. That's what I got from that. And so basically, yeah, bloom where you're planted. And then I had a couple other funny ones. What about this one? It's going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you.
Yeah, we've heard that one too.
And then you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. That one was a good one. And nobody is going to buy the cow if they can get the milk for free.
There you go.
I thought that was a good one too. And then here's one. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Make sure you watch the full episode. These ladies brought a special blessing of encouragement, and it was a beautiful celebration of motherhood. Also in the month of May, we launched our monthly newsletter. Yes. And so if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for our monthly newsletter. Each month in our newsletter, you will find stories, thought-provoking questions, and more to empower and inspire you to live life fully. If you would like to receive our monthly newsletter, go to our website, becomingfierceentrepreneurs.com. And in June, we aired episode 33, Boosting Your Resilience. If not now, when? And I was happy to chat with Danielle Collins. As a professional coach, Danielle Collins helps employees who are burning out to renew their passion. She is pioneering a movement to create a culture of well-being in our chaotic world. In this episode, Danielle and I discussed the signs of burnout, how women have been affected by the pandemic, and then ways to cope in a post pandemic world. Check this clip out. Our society tells us that people burn out because they're weak or they're lazy. But what's really true, Danielle? Spill the tea.
Well, from my personal experience, I was not weak nor was I lazy. But what's true is that we planted the seeds for burnout long before COVID-19. This just highlighted the detrimental ways that we already work. And there's many myths about burnout. We believe if someone is burning out, they're not tough enough. They should feel ashamed for not being able to complete every task that's thrown at them. Even in a pandemic, right? We can always look for ways to build our resilience. And you and I are talking about this today. But it's also true that if people are burning out, it's not just an individual problem, that there actually are leadership issues too that need to be addressed. But what about you? Have you experienced any of those symptoms yourself?
Yes, I have. Guilty of just overworking myself. Yeah, overworking myself and working a job where I didn't feel fulfilled.
Yeah. I think that takes more energy than when we're doing jobs that we love.
Yeah, and then of course when I started my business, my organization, just not setting work hours, just working too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to work out,
Well, having healthy boundaries between work and home is something we all struggle with, even before the pandemic. Yeah.
Now I help women now become fierce female entrepreneurs.
That's right. That's important. Your work is so important.
Hey, do you want to be a guest on our YouTube podcast? Do you have an inspiring and informative story that you want to share with a worldwide audience? Do you have a business or service that you want to share with women entrepreneurs? Do you want to make strategic connections with our audience? Well, you are in the right place. We are looking for speakers who want to be featured on our YouTube podcast show. So tell us what you do. What are you passionate about? The Living Show is a YouTube show all about informing and inspiring women entrepreneurs to grow their business. Working on your business can be tough and overwhelming, and it's easy to get lost in a busy life. And we may be independent and strong, but we also need to take time out to support and learn from each other. So we just want to inspire you and support your growth. You can participate and connect in active forum discussions. You can be featured as a one-time guest on our recurring Sister Talks panel. Come and connect with other ambitious, inquisitive, successful expert speakers, each of whom have a network of similar connections to introduce you to. And if you are interested, go to our website at becomingfierceentrepreneurs.com and click on our services page to schedule a meet and greet. We can't wait to talk to you. Okay, so in the month of July, we celebrated our 5th anniversary. Take a look at this. We are so excited to celebrate 5 years in business together. Let's keep the party going another 5, 10, 15, 20 years because we are fired up, focused, and fierce. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, equipping you. Also in July, we aired episode 34, How to Reduce Stress and Communicate Better Being Assertive, featuring Tina Kapkalia. Tina is a fempreneur coach who is passionate about helping women find happiness in their work, reduce balance, receive abundance, and rekindle their zest for life in full alignment of being an embodied woman. So, in this episode, Tina and I discuss tips and strategies on how to tap into the connection between stress and assertiveness, and how assertiveness or lack thereof shows up in communications, and the benefits of being self-assured and confident without being aggressive. Take a look at this.
And the other thing that we all too often do, we're very good, especially as women, to say yes to everything, but we're not so good at actually saying no. And this is where the stress factor comes in, because if we agree to something at work or in our life that we really don't want to do, it starts to show, and then we can foster resentment. We can think of ourselves, oh, I really would have rather sat on the couch or did my own thing instead of having all these different things we tell ourselves that we have to do. And saying no is an art form, because we feel like we're letting people down. And people pleasing is it just adds to a whole lot of workload. And we all know what that feels like when we're all things to all people, because we're mothers, we're business owners, we're lovers, we're wives, sisters, daughters, and life can get really, really busy. So it's important to be what I call in alignment with what do we value, and what's our core integrity. And saying no is the first step, because that means we can say yes to the things we really want to do.
Yeah, I always say no is a complete sentence.
Oh, I love that.
In August, for episode 35, Finding Joy in Entrepreneurship, Artie Achar stopped by our Living podcast show. Artie is a happiness coach and organization ninja. Artie helps empaths and highly sensitive individuals and soulpreneurs learn how to master their sensitivity, deal with emotional overwhelm, develop self-love, and turn down the volume of other people's opinions, expectations, and judgments. And she also helps business owners declutter their unruly schedules and endless to-do lists so that they can make room for growth. We also discuss the importance of self-care, dealing with emotional overwhelm, managing your time, prioritizing your workload, and setting boundaries for yourself, and asking for help and communicating your needs. So check this out.
feel that this is where a lot of entrepreneurs that I've been working with, that this is where they struggle, is they want to say yes to any potential new client, to have a discovery call, to have a chat. They're willing to say yes, but the right way to be doing it is to see whether you actually have time for that yes. Because if you are saying yes to a discovery client who's going to take an hour of your time and you have pending client work to complete, then guess what? That extra hour has to go somewhere else, and it's usually going to go out of your me time.
This is very important for your business. Please don't skip this step, because this is the part that makes you happy or bring the joy in being an entrepreneur, because that's what causes people to burn out and start like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not fun. And we want to keep it happy. Next, we did episode 36, promoting your online business and establishing yourself as a brand leader. And I enjoyed chatting with Diane Shelton. Diane is a former Fortune 500 management consultant turned award-winning certified business coach and systems strategist. Diane has helped hundreds of women through her direct, on-point coaching style that provides more clarity and just the right amount of structure. And in this episode, Diane and I discuss the importance of self-promotion, getting past fear and procrastination, and communicating your message. Take a look at this short clip. Why self-promotion is not selfish.
It's the opposite. And I still am learning about this for myself. I think it's a continual evolution, right? And we get more comfortable about it. It's selfish if you don't promote, if you're really here to serve, and if you really want to help more people. So I want to pause there because I want that to sink in. If you're not promoting your business, if your intent for your business is to serve, and yet you're not telling people about it, you're doing your clients and your potential clients a disservice. So you have to get out there and tell more people what you can help them with. Does that make sense?
Oh, God, yes. Come on. I'm loving this. I can stop right there.
Okay, let's just walk away.
The interview is over. And in October, we brought you episode 37, Living versus Thriving. How do you close the gap? Featuring our Sister Talks panel, Andrea Amifadon, Carrie Wooden, Rosalind Crawford, and Connie Donnelly Torres. I always enjoy chatting with these ladies, especially all the fun and laughter that we have in our plug-in and note to self discussion. Take a look at this clip. How can you create a life of greater joy, happiness, meaning, and fulfillment in spite of the challenges that we face? Do you feel that something's missing in your life? And where might you be lacking in life? And how do you make the correction that will make everything click? And how do you find that thriving sweet spot?
Where might I be lacking in life, and how do I make the correction? Now, I know everybody says this, but I really do wish I had more time. It's like there's never enough time, right? Oh my gosh. But really, I'm hoping to retire from the day job by the end of the year, which will help me. But I don't know, maybe a little bit better time management. I've pretty well honed it in, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
that, don't give from your cup, give from your saucer. Fill yourself until your saucer's full and give from your saucer. That way you always have. Because there has been times where I've been like, my cup is empty. Like it's broken. Like somebody stepped on it. And there's no cup. And comparing to when I'm completely fulfilled, even if it's just busy work, really finding the purpose and the joy in those sometimes mundane, like laundry, not my favorite thing, but you can find the joy in it. I like clean clothes. Weird. I think most people do.
I want to do something that's going to help other people. And so, right now in the last 6 months, I've been living my best life with my family and my friends. But now I got to find a patient project. Yeah, I've been on the go. Yeah. But as far as my people and my friends and my family, the ones that are here, I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed. So, yeah.
I'm thankful that I am once again rebuilding myself holistically. And I think so many times we want to just go through this process really quick. We don't want to hurt. We don't want to feel any pain, but you have to really sit down with yourself and really rebuild. And what does that look like? You got to rebuild from the inside out. You have to take care of yourself. You have to have a lot of boundaries and say no. You have to really just tap into your spirituality, to your inner strength, and be resilient. And understand that this too shall pass, and that you're not always going to feel broken or be broken, according to what society looks at. So I'm really thriving. I'm thankful, and I look back and I do a lot of journaling. I look back at my journal entries like, oh my gosh, I was a mess. The beginning of 2020, but to see my growth and to have that support system and that self-love is everything. Because I think sometimes we forget to really love ourselves through the good, bad, and indifferent times, and not beat ourselves up because we may think that we're a failure or because we may have made mistakes. We're human, we're imperfect, and it's okay. Tomorrow's gonna be better. That's my hope. Tomorrow's always gonna be better, and pain is temporary. And I forgot, it's this quote that says, tough times don't last forever, but tough people do. And that's the quote that I live by, because I feel like I'm a tough cookie. And that, I can bounce back from anything. So I'm very thankful that I found my sweet spot in thriving.
Yes, you are a fly girl.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
What a beautiful discussion of sisterhoods. Love you, ladies. All right, let's take a few moments and journal your thoughts. Do you feel like something's missing in your life? Where might you be lacking, and how do you make the correction to make everything click? How do you find that thriving sweet spot? Take some time this week to journal your thoughts. Okay, in November, we had episode 38, From Burnout to Boss Babe, how self-love cultivates the mindset needed to heal yourself and grow your business, featuring CEO and coach Sarah Bundar. Sarah is a multi-passionate entrepreneur who works with women to provide them with the tools to rewrite their story so that they may heal from generations of inherited trauma and self-hate, learning self-love, self-forgiveness, and how to heal their relationships with others by healing their relationships with their self. And in this episode, Sarah and I discuss why it is important to love yourself, how a lack of self-love and burnout correlate, and we talked about some action steps to take to cultivate self-love. Take a look at this.
think some tangible things that women can do just to kind of get started on like self-love and learning to love themselves. For me, the number one thing is just a realization that like you don't have to prove your worth. Like, I spent so much of my life thinking I had to prove I was worthy. I had to prove myself. I had to prove it by doing this, that, the other thing. I had to work X amount of hours. And that's part of what's instilled in us in our society nowadays. But really, when it comes down to it, you were born worthy. God made you worthy the minute you came into this earth, and your worth never changes.
That's right.
So you were born 100% worthy of all the things that are coming to you in this world, and you can't do anything to change that. Nothing you do that is bad is going to take it away from you, and nothing you do that is good is going to give you more worthiness. You are 100% worthy just the way you are.
Oh, she said a mouthful. Thank you so much, Sarah. We can drop the mic now. All right, this concludes episode 39, our year in review. All of our special guests dropped so many awesome nuggets on us this year. Ooh, I want to thank all of our special guests who came on our podcast. A big thank you to those of you who subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Please tell others about our YouTube channel. Keep it locked here for some amazing things that we have coming up in the new year. All right, everyone, have a blessed day. Have a blessed rest of the week. And we will see you back here on another episode of Living. Bye-bye.